All right, so much for the announcement. Let's get our guest speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble in the jungle. We got a young lady, hails from Northern California. Her and her husband are business owners. She got started in ACN and saw it and went to work and just blew the doors off of getting to the next position and the next position. And here again, I like her because she leads by example. And when she talks to us, she talks from the heart. And not only that, she talks with example of things that she's doing the hopefully that you'll do to increase your income in your network marketing business called ACN. Without further ado, can we give a warm welcome to none other than Regional Vice President, Miss Keri Roeder.
I am super excited and really always honored to be a part of these calls. And when Mr. Thomas asked me to have conversations with all of you, and I'm really excited about today's conversation because, as he said, we have 4 days until we're all together in Dallas, and that's what I want to talk to you all about. When I'm on stage and I talk about the upcoming national event, or even at PBRs, actually, I always say, hey, listen, if you're looking to make a couple $100 extra a month, cool, we can totally teach you how to do that. But if you're looking to make life-changing money, joining us at the next national event is where that happens, meeting people like Mr. Al Thomas. So I want to tell you a story. Some of you have heard this story, but hopefully this story makes an impact on you. So, and I'll condense the story this time. So I was new in ACN. I was all of like an ETL or something. And they were doing a big regional in Sacramento, and they were flying in Mr. Al Thomas, and we had never met. I was brand new. And they were doing a Friday night leadership. And then after leadership, you had to qualify to go out and have dinner with him. And so when they announced this, you had like 3 weeks or a month to do it. And so I worked my off to get it done, and I got it done. I qualified to go. I was so excited because I quickly figured out with ACN, if you hobnob with those who are more successful than you, they're going to tell you what they're doing, and then all you have to do is duplicate it, like duh, right? And the success that Mr. Al Thomas has created in not only in his business but in his life, I was like, I need this man to know me because I need him to give me some coaching, right? And so that Friday night, I was getting ready to go. We used to get all dolled up and on Friday nights, and my husband comes walking out. He's wearing his cowboy jeans, his Wranglers, and he looks nice-ish, but I'm all, what are you doing? Where are you going? He's like, I'm going with you. And I'm all, no, you're not. Right? He's like, no, you've been talking about that dude. I want to go meet him. He wasn't building ACN with me yet. So short version, he goes. And so Mr. Thomas does the leadership. And so afterwards, it's pretty late. And my husband was like, you could tell he was tired. And the next day he was pouring concrete at 6 a.m. And for anybody who watched anybody pour concrete, it's hard, right? So I could tell he was tired. So, but I'm looking at Mr. Thomas and I'm looking at my sweet husband and I'm like, I'm stuck in the middle, right? So I walk up to Mr. Thomas and I say, hey, my name is Keri Roeder. I just want to introduce myself. I want you to know I worked my butt off and I qualified to go to dinner with you. However, my husband came along and he's really tired and he has to pour concrete in the morning. So I have to go, but I wanted to introduce myself to you because you're going to get to know me, all that, right? And he says to me, where's your husband? And there's a line of people to talk to him. He goes, where's your husband? I said, oh, hold on. And I went and grabbed my husband. I introduced them. They talked for a minute and we go home. Next day, my husband goes, pours concrete. I go to the regional, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now skip ahead at that very next international training event. Where the location was, there was these escalators that take you up and down, right, to the first and second floor. And as my husband, now he's still in the business with me because Mr. Thomas inspired him. Okay, so now we're going up the escalator, and Mr. Thomas is coming down the escalator. We haven't seen him since that regional in Sacramento. Okay, and he yells, "How'd your concrete pour go?" And I get the chills every time I say that. In that moment, I thought, oh my God, first of all, he remembers us. Like, that's so cool, okay? But in that moment, something washed over me at that national convention. Mr. Thomas, I don't fall in his money line, but he is such an amazing man that he remembered us from a brief encounter. And it gave me, my chills won't go away. It gave me just this feeling that ACN was the environment that was the right environment where we could do the work that we needed to do, be coachable to people like Mr. Al Thomas in order to have the success. Aw, Marvita, you're sweet. In order to have the success that it is we're looking for. So I want to talk to you about Dallas. And there's 3 categories of people that I'm going to talk with you about, okay, that I'm going to address. Category number 1. Those of you who are on this call that are new and you've never been to a convention and you are already signed up, you already have your plane ticket and your hotel room lined up, okay? So congratulations, I'm so excited. I would love to be able to meet you. I'm all of 5 foot tall, but I'm told I'm easy to find. I don't know why, because I'm like the shortest person there, but whatever. Maybe it's my loud voice and my loud laughter, but I would love to meet you. I would absolutely love to meet you. I'm a big hugger, so warning. But congratulations, because the odds of you having an experience with somebody, like Marvita just said, with me, right? The odds of you having an experience in Dallas where somebody or something changes your life, I'm telling you, you're going to go home on fire. You're going to go home from this convention feeling like you can run through a brick wall, feeling like you know that ACN is what you need to do in order to take care of your family, that you know that you're in the right business, that you know that you're among the right people. Mr. Al Thomas being one of them, all the other regional vice presidents and regional directors and all the leaders who haven't hit the titles yet. But congratulations. And so here's what I want to share with you. You're going to go through an amazing emotional roller coaster that weekend, okay, this weekend. So I assume you're flying in on Friday or driving, whatever, right? You're going to arrive on Friday. You're probably going to have dinner with your team. I do suggest that you get some good sleep, okay, Friday night, because when you get to the convention on Saturday morning, there is going to be a sensation that goes through you. When you walk in, well, you're gonna hear the music in advance, okay? When you walk in, you see all those people, you get in line, you're gonna have your wristband, you're gonna have your notebook, okay? You're gonna be ready. And when you walk in there, there's just going to be a feeling and a sensation that washes over you. And that's the beginning of your roller coaster for the weekend. Because here's what's going to happen. Mr. Greg Provenzano is going to get up, the president of our company. He's going to give you the history and just the most amazing talk. And all of us who've been a part of ACN for years, we all literally sit at the edge of our seat. We know every word he's going to say. Okay, we've heard it. But we all sit at the edge of our seat because Mr. Greg Provenzano, oh, good God, when you get a chance to meet that man looks into your soul. Like, he doesn't just look in your eyes, he looks into your soul. Okay, those of you who've met him know what I'm talking about. He is going to open up our event and he's going to share with you the history. He's going to share with you the future. I get the chills again. He's going to inspire you. He's going to motivate you to want to do this. And then we're going to start in the training and the different things are going to be announced and you're going to be super excited. And then they're going to start some recognition. And as Mr. Thomas said, for those of you who reached executive team leader in under 30 days, you get to get in line and you get to shake their hands. Like, how cool is that? And not only do you get to meet the founders, because that in and of itself, like walking up the stage, like that's all cool. You're gonna be on the jumbotron, right? What? Just joking, but like that feeling of walking, being in line with all these people, knowing you're like slowly walking up the ramp, and then it's probably going to be Mr. Kane that's first, right? And so then you're gonna be like, hi, Mr. Kane, and then hi, Mr. Larry Raskins, and then hi, Miss Angela, right? And then you're gonna meet Mr. Kupitz, and then you're gonna meet Mr. Provenzano. Like, you're gonna shake all of these people's hands, and it's gonna be amazing. Like, you're going to be wow. Okay, so couple pro tips. The people who are on this line who have executive team leaders who promoted in under 30 days that get to cross the stage like we do, You need to be somewhere where you can take a picture of them, multiple pictures of them on the stage, shaking the hands. And yeah, we're all going to be fighting for position, right, with our cameras. But get somewhere where you can do that. Or video record the whole thing. Then you can take snapshots or whatever, right? Somehow capture that moment for them for multiple reasons. One, when you get home and you know you could run through that brick wall and you know that nobody can stop you. They can pick on you. They can make fun of you. Hey, I was your little convention, right? When you get to cross that stage and there's proof of picture proof, right? Proof is in the picture or whatever. Now it's just organic edification. Every time you present ACN, listen, I've met the co-founders. I shook their hands. I've been recognized in front of thousands of people for my success. There is going to be something that is going to wash over you that is absolutely indescribable. But I guarantee you, the executive team leaders who did this in under 30 days and you cross that stage, you're going to come back and you're going to be just on fire. Now, Mr. Thomas and all the leadership will teach you the language and all of that. They're going to teach you what to say in this organic edification about you being recognized and meeting the founders and all of that. But what's going to be different is your posture. You're no longer going to be like, oh, okay, it's called ACN. And you're going to be like, yeah, it's called ACN, and I'm going to kick butt, and you're going to have posture like no other. Now, so congratulations, super excited. Even if you did not get executive team leader done in under 30 days, and this is your first event, you're still going to have opportunity to be recognized by Mr. Thomas and in the team things he's going to do. You're still going to have opportunity to have pictures taken with other leaders, regional vice presidents, senior vice presidents. Mr. Thomas might even be able to introduce you to a founder or Mr. Thomas or Mr. Kane or Mr. Raskin. So you're still going to be able to come back from this Dallas convention on fire and organic edification. Listen, I've been in the business for under blah, blah, blah time. I went all the way to Dallas, Texas, where I was at a convention with thousands of people. My senior VP, Mr. Al Thomas, recognized me in front of his entire team. He introduced me, or my leadership introduced me to the top producing regional and senior vice presidents of the company. I got to meet the founders. They trained me, because even if you don't meet them directly, you're still meeting them because they're on the stage, right? And you're in the crowd, okay? So you get to use Dallas when you get home as your biggest tool outside of Mr. Thomas, as your biggest tool to come home and run through that brick wall and have massive ACN success. Okay, so category one, those who've never been to one and you're coming with us, yay! Category number two, those of you who've been around for a minute and have already been to conventions, yay! You're going still. That's awesome. What do we always say? Be here a year from now. Mr. Thomas says that all the time. Be here a year from now. So congratulations for coming with us to Dallas. Now, some of you are in the momentum in which you want, and some of you are not. And that is okay. It doesn't matter. This is your journey. This is your journey. Don't look left. That's my left. Don't look left. Don't look right. Right? Your journey. Your story is designed for purpose. Your story is designed for purpose to inspire somebody down the road who's going to walk a similar ACN path that you're walking now. And as leaders, and I don't care what your pin says, as leaders, we are designed, we have a responsibility to lead. So for those of you who are coming with us, and you've already been to one, but you might not be where you want to be in your ACN business. By the way, that's me. I'm not a senior vice president yet. Coming on 14 years, I really thought I would have it done, okay? Life happens. My coaching to you My love language for you today is come to Dallas with a different heart. Come to Dallas with a different expectation. Come to Dallas with a different energy. Come to Dallas with a different mindset. When does your mindset start? Starts now. Starts now. When you're packing, right? When you're getting up early to then get on the plane or get in your car. When you're on the plane, when you get off the plane. When you're Ubering to your hotel. When you're trying to go to sleep Friday night before the convention, because you know what we're in for, right? How amazing it is. When you walk into that convention center and you're not where you want to be, this is your reset. This is your reset. You get to reset. Years ago, Mr. Provenzano gave me a little baggie. I don't have it in front of me right now, but it is a little baggie and there's some dust in there and it's just magical reset dust. So I'll have to get it. So if you need some magical reset dust, come find me in Dallas, okay? Because when I sprinkle the magical reset dust over you, something's just gonna wash over you. And give yourself permission to have an experience that changes your life. Don't go into Dallas, oh, another convention, they're gonna say the same thing. You got it, Marvita. This is your chance. This is your time. This is your event. This is your event that you're gonna come out of this event and you're going to run through that brick wall and you're going to go into that momentum. You're going to go into helping people make money. You're going to go into helping people find success ahead of you. Therefore, it comes your way. And then when Mr. Thomas gives you a platform to have a conversation, you get to stand on that platform and you get to say things like, listen, I've been an ACN for X amount of time, years for some of you. I wasn't finding the success that I wanted from my family. Don't know why, that was just my journey. But guess what? I went to a convention in Dallas, Texas in March 2024, and something happened at that event, and something changed in me, and I went from a stuck, whatever position you are in now, I went from a stuck blah, blah, blah to now a top producing regional vice president on my way to senior vice president. And you get to inspire thousands of people who are on that same ACN journey, where it just takes some people a minute longer, right? That's okay. So as a leader, doesn't matter what your pen says, as a leader, be a leader. Show up there ready to have an experience so that you can leave Dallas and run through that brick wall and find success down the road and inspire other people. I know you can. I'll give you some of the reset dust. Okay? Now, third group of people. Those of you who are on this line probably new, who've never been to a convention, and you're like, wow, this lady's crazy, right? A little bit. However, I want to talk to you. I've got 5 minutes. I want to have a conversation with you. Those of you who are not going, or those of you have people on this, or they're on this call, but you have people who are in ACN that are not on this leadership call for whatever reason, because they're working or whatever, and they're not ready to come, they're not registered to come with Dallas. This is kind of language I want you to talk with them. Okay. You've heard me say it, right? The experience with Mr. Al Thomas and my husband and I. You saw Marvita text, right? That thank you, that like, you have no idea, that warms my heart beyond measure that I got to do that for you. I realize it's in 4 days. I get that. And I realize that for some of you, money is a challenge. I get that. I know Mr. Thomas and the leadership have had conversation with you that coming with us to Dallas is going to be the event, the experience that's going to shift your ACN business. Those of us who go end up being 6 to 8 months or 9 months ahead of everybody else that doesn't go when we get back in the progress in our business. See, trying to explain the ACN conventions is like trying to explain the taste of a banana. Can any of you describe the taste of a banana? You can't, right? Just tastes like a banana, right? It's kind of like your favorite artist, your favorite band, your favorite song. You know, you hear it on the radio, you hear it all that, but then you go live to a concert and you're amongst other people who are singing it with you. My husband and I were laughing. Sweet Caroline, bum, 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 right? Knows that, okay? So if you're home, okay, I rock out when I'm home, right? I do. And that, sorry for my singing voice, but that's mine. When that song comes on, oh yeah, my neighbors hear me. And I'm having a good time, and my dog's yelling, okay? And that's fun. But I'll tell you what, when we're at a bar or at a party and that song comes on and there's a whole bunch of good people going, bum, 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 good times never seem so good, so good, so good, so good, right? There's a big difference, exactly. There's a big difference between doing it individually and rocking out in your car and doing it amongst a crowd. There's this sensation that goes through you that is indescribable. And then, like I said, you're going to meet all of these amazing people. The training's the training. The training's amazing, but Mr. Thomas is your trainer. Like he teaches you the day-to-day, okay? ACN conventions are designed to give you a feeling that no other event can give you. We got little boxes right here, right? Some of us are back to in-person events, which are amazing. But there's nothing that can give you the sensation and the feeling and the belief like attending an ACN convention. Here's why. You're going to look around. You're going to find people taller than you, shorter than you, skinnier than you, heavier than you, different skin color than you, different accent than you, different language than you, different background than you, same background as you, same skin color as you, same height as you, same size as you. And you're going to be able to have conversations with these people. How long have you been in? What have you done? What are you finding? You're just, it's just a matter of interacting with other people, massively successful like Mr. Thomas, and other people who are brand new like you. And you get to share your reasons why. You get to talk about that. You get to get motivated. We can only inspire. You have to be in you motivate yourself. We only inspire, okay? You motivate yourself. But this is the environment to do so. And I get it, and I'm out of time. Let me wrap it up with this. 4 days. I get it. I think if you register today, I think like you might be able to get your ticket in. So you might want to jump on and get that done. And then figure out your plane ticket. And then figure out your hotel. Shack up with somebody. Shack up with somebody. People do that. I don't. People do that, I guess. You like shove 12 people in a room. That sounds crazy, but whatever. Right? I don't count food because you're going to eat anyway. And I get it. I get it. I'm saying spend money. And here's what I know. You leave that convention, you will have the belief. You will suddenly have the coachability you need in order to do the work it takes to get the bonuses in which you can get. 8 customers in the month of March is a $600 bonus, correct? Right, did I do it right? No, 8, 1,100. Oh my God, anyway, it goes 5, 400, 11 customers is $600. You're gonna get the customers anyway, right? So go out when you get home, or even before you leave, right? Go get the customers today and tomorrow, and then that way they will be in the system. And then when we get back the following Friday, you'll get your direct deposit and pay yourself back. You're in business for yourself now. You're in business. It takes money to make money. So everything you do up front, that's just building a business. And then every amount of money you make in bonuses, you just go back into your business. You just pay yourself, you reimburse yourself back, right? It's as simple as that. Because if you want to make life-changing money, you have to meet the people who are making the life-changing money. You have to meet the people. You have to be in the environment. You have to walk amongst us in order to be a part of us. See, you're in ACN, but until you go to a national convention, ACN isn't in you. And when ACN is in you, you become unstoppable. All those people who mock you, make fun of you. Hey, man, how's your little side business going? You're like, cool, dude, I'm traveling, I'm making money. Telling you, if you choose to go based on this conversation, here's what I want. Come find me Saturday morning or sometime, the Saturday morning session. Come find me Sunday when we're done. I don't fly out till like 7 p.m. So come find me when we're done. And if I see you Friday and I see you Sunday, and if you can legit look me in the eye on Sunday when it's over, and you can tell me, wow, Mrs. Roeder, you're full of it. Like, that was a waste of my money. I got nothing out of this. Mr. Al Thomas will reimburse you everything you spent. I should joking. No, but really, like, it's a big joke, but I mean, it's true. I've been offering it for 13 years and nobody has ever taken me up on that offer, ever. They've always come up to me and given me the most gigantic hug and said, oh my gosh, I have one regret. I didn't have more people here. So Dallas, Texas, Saturday, Sunday is the place to be. It's the place to be. If indeed you want to use ACN as your tool to get your reason why accomplished, and then be able to come home and work alongside Mr. Al Thomas and all the other leaders and find the success that it is you desire so that you can have what it is you want, whatever your reason why is.